Swedish machine. I understand, Sven. Go on. Go on.
I'm coming, Olga. Oh, Cousin Rose, thank you. Oh, thank you all. Huh? Oh, wait, what about my clothes?
They're ugly. Any other questions?
The craziest idea. If you can inspire goof-off kids like me, think what you could do with my sales force.
What are you talking about?
Well, it just so happens that I need a motivational trainer, a teacher. You'd be perfect.
Randy Becker, are you offering me a job?
The benefits are pretty good. The pay's great, and you'd have a health plan.
Howard, could you get me another champagne, please?
Roger, be a dear and get me one, too.
I haven't seen them anywhere.
Oh, my God, Dorothy, what if he turns out to be some kind of depraved ex-convict who's kidnapped Rose and is dragging her across 7 states on a rampage of violence and destruction unparalleled in the annals of modern crime?
Broccoli or cream corn?
Rose, you're terribly upset. Corn, please.
I'm not upset. I couldn't care less.
I guess I owe you an explanation.
You owe me a lot more than that. Why didn't you ever come to visit me?
Rose, I stayed away because I...
Do you realize what would happen if there were no swamps?
New Jersey wouldn't have a state smell.
I'm just in over my head. I mean, what with the banquet, press releases, petitions to be signed? Ma, what am I going to do?
I'll help.
Oh, Blanche, that's sweet, but, honey, aren't your hands tied with all the... To relax when you have to speak in front of a group of people is to imagine what they all look like naked.
Really?
Yep. And if you do it right, you'll probably even start to laugh.
Or two, my best friend, Claire Osterhaus's husband, was in the army and stationed in France. Well, 5 months after he left St. Olaf, she got pregnant. A lot of people thought she was fooling around, but she told me that sperm must...
But, to tell you the truth, I didn't even notice. I mean, I've been so busy smiling myself.
I'm glad too. Strange, isn't it? It just seems like we've known each other for a lot more than 3 days.
Isn't that right, girl?
I have no idea who this woman is. I bought these for my brother.
Rose?
I was never so embarrassed in my entire...
Wait a minute. Were your exact words, Sophia, you can come now? We have room now? And were you wearing that hat at the time?
Yes.
Hasta luego, Dorothy. I'm going bold. Find out what pills they gave her and ask for a doggy bag.
Hello? No, an impressive body of knowledge. You said so yourself. How could I not be on?
All right, if you really want to know, Ms. Bornak, I'll tell you. On Jeopardy, we don't have any celebrity stars as contestants. Everyday citizens, those are our stars. Those are the people that our viewers care about.
At ease, Rose. Come on, honey. Why don't you get some sleep?
I can't.
You want to talk about it?
I can't do that either. Here you are. I just spent 5 minutes telling your bathroom door that everything's going to be fine between...
You're the kind of guy you want to meet your mother. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring out a lady who actually claims to know which one is Siegfried and which one is Roy. Dorothy, show us your Zbornak!
You'll have to excuse me. I'm a little nervous.
Animal bag?
To the right.
Did you, Grip?
Condoms, Rose! Condoms! Calm down, lady. You just get out of prison?
What do you think?
The tomato sauce is like me, hot and spicy. And the mozzarella is like our love. It stretches, but it never breaks.
Ah, that's lovely, but I don't see what luck had to do with it.
You were conceived that night, Dorothy.
Ma.
What's lucky is your father never...
You're being ridiculous.
I know. When was the last Saturday night you had plans? Oh, thank you, Dorothy. Those look lovely.
So do you. Oh, Blanche, you really got all dressed up for your brother.
Well, we do come from the South. We always felt it was important to look absolutely wonderful. I just had the best night's sleep.
Blanche, it's 4 a.m.
What? Oh, for heaven's sake, I don't believe it. Do you know what happens if I don't spend 8 hours in bed?
Iranian guys write their cousins back home and tell them not to come?
No, I simply cannot function the next... I loathed Mama Devereaux, and the feeling was entirely mutual. Till the day George died, she always introduced me as his first wife. I just hope the old witch went slowly.
I sense the period of mourning is over.
This place in Chicago, it'll be a lot easier for me to get used to new surroundings than it would be for her.
You really think you moving to Chicago is going to solve Lily's problems?
I want to help her.
Oh, look, I don't think you're helping her by offering to be a nursemaid. I mean, Lily is not an invalid.
You don't understand. All our lives, Lily was the one who always took care of me.
Night. Set it up again, Rose. Rose, honey, how about a piece of bundt cake, huh?
Oh, no, thanks.
I'll try some, Dorothy.
Try some, right, like it's some big experiment, like you got no idea what it tastes like.
All right, everybody stay right where they are. The wagons will be here momentarily to transport all of you downtown.
Downtown? He means jail.
Oh, really, Rose? I thought he meant Neiman Marcus.
I've never been in jail.
Time.
Well, I would certainly have to discuss that with your parents.
Oh, Mom and Dad will say yes. Well, they'll be as happy with the idea as I am. I'm gonna get some ice cream.
Wait up, I'll show you where I hide the good stuff. I told you no.
I didn't know these were mashed potatoes. They don't have lumps like yours.
You want lumps, Salvador? I'll give you lumps.
Ma, I cannot believe you are so old-fashioned in your thinking.
I said no and it's no, and I'm too busy to have this argument.
Fine.
Your bra, what was your lucky handkerchief doing in there?
I was blowing my breasts, Rose. I stuffed it in to give me cleavage. To turn on the butcher so I could get a decent piece of veal.
Hungry or suicide?
I'm queen of a ball. Twice. Yeah, but I probably would have anyway. What? I spoke to Big Daddy just yesterday. I see.
Cool.
I thought you always milked a cow sitting on a stool.
No, Alice had to sit on a stool. You see, she was involved in this nasty plowing accident. It was during spring planting, and Daddy had hitched her up to the plow.
Well, you don't love a little girl for 10 years and then just walk out of her life. I'll face it, you didn't care.
Did you or did you not wear your very first formal, white with pink trim, to the junior prom? And did you not come home wearing a football jersey?
Before you begin, I want to tell you something. I'm no novice when it comes to major negotiations.
Oh, really?
Let me tell you a story. Picture it. Sicily, 1922. An attractive peasant girl who has saved her lira embarks on a glorious vacation to a Crimean...
Why don't you just sit right over here and read your magazine, okay?
Oh, okay. Don't try to outsmart me, Dorothy. I got the mind of a fox and the butt muscles of Baryshnikov.
Once I understood that that's what you were supposed to do. It wasn't some colossal joke, you know. I mean, didn't you think it was a ridiculous thing to do the first time?
No. Well, I certainly didn't.
If you're both going, I'm going too. I have just as much chance of winning as you do.
You have done some good work, Dorothy. But not enough people like you. Sorry.
Bob, what do you think? Do I have a chance of winning?
Absolutely. There's longing on the snare drum. I was agreeing.
Blanche, how was the concert?
It is amazing how music that loud can be so boring.
And Miles?
Oh, even more boring than the music. All he did all night was talk about you. How sweet Rose is. How not one soul has asked me about my test.
Oh, Blanche, we forgot. How did it go?
Well, I think I passed with flying colors. But best of all, I told off that nasty old professor.
Honey, congratulations. You're going to be a college graduate.
Oh, we're so proud of you. Well, thank you, but I couldn't have done it without you girls.
Oh, now you can get that.
It just tortures me to know that there's one man out there, one on the face of God's green earth that I cannot have. Especially if he's fat and bald.
Blanche, forget about it.
I can't forget about it. There's only one thing for me to do.
You girls, don't look.
Michael Zbornak, you get out of that bed right now.
Believe me, Mom, I'd like to. But in light of the fact that my clothes are hanging on the doorknob, I don't think it's such a good idea.
Oh my God, they're naked!
Angela, that was the best meal I've ever had in my life.
Well, how good could it have been? You left half of it.
I ate every bite. Confided in each other. If I betrayed that trust, she'd never forgive me. I'd never forgive myself.
Well, then I think you should talk to her as soon as she gets back.
Well, I think you're right. I do need to try and straighten this out. I don't know what to say to her.
I used to know a girl like that in Sicily. She slept with every Tom, Dick, and Vito in our village.
The elemental woman who cries out for the fiery, passionate response of an elemental man. Is that the side you mean?
Actually, I meant my hiney. Miles and I always make love with the lights off.
Always?
Always. Well, except for the time we were listening to this concert on radio.
Try to adapt to it. Rest when you need to, eat well, eliminate stress if you can. Right now, there is no cure and no one thing that relieves symptoms in everyone. Right now, I'm afraid you'll just have to live with it.
Oh, why didn't they tell me, all those doctors I saw?
I'm sure some of them weren't familiar with it. And the ones who have heard about it sometimes have...
I'm not, Rose. I just want to do things right. You know, a nice honeymoon is expensive.
You know where I want to go?
Where?
Paris.
Rose, you know what round-trip bus tickets to Paris, Texas cost?
I mean, Paris, France.
France?
Music.
I don't want any music.
Okay.
Oh, no, a mirror.
Now you're getting in.
Look, I'm mad enough at myself as it is. I mean, Stanley Zbornak made me weak in the knees. What, you think I'm proud of that?
Who made the first move?
I guess I did. It was dark, and Stan stopped the car. I swear to you, I thought I was setting the parking brake.
Stay after all. Come on, let's go.
so embarrassed to be seen in this old thing. Don't worry, Blanche, the dress covers most of it.
Julie, I'd like you to meet my roommate, Blanche Devereaux.
Not all that much. I'm just going to put it on and take it off. Then put it on and come home and take it off again.
Dorothy, great news. Gladys Goldfine called. She's taking me to see Tony Bennett.
Oh, Sophia, that's terrific.
Tell me about it. I won't have to spend that evening with Dorothy.
Where's the money towards one of those new stereo models?
Sell it! Honey, I don't think we could give it away.
Oh, you'd be amazed at the things people will buy. When I moved from my house into the apartment, I had a garage sale and I made a lot of money. Of course, I probably would have made a lot more if I could tell a 1 from a 20.
Oh, girls, let's do that. Let's have a apologize for sleeping with Sam. Everybody does.
Blanche Devereaux, you sit down and shut up and listen. I did not sleep with him, and I didn't lose the earrings. You did. Not to mention my watch, which I didn't even know you borrowed.
Oh, I thought I'd mention that.
No, you didn't.
I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry doesn't cut it, Blanche. I've spent all week making...
Well, he has to leave. I'll be right back.
Bye.
Say bye-zy bye.
Bye, darling. You be good now. I'm worried about Blanche. I wish she'd let one of us go with her.
Not me. I hate hospitals. My friend Manny Fishbein went into the hospital a healthy guy. Then
Makes it easier to breastfeed.
you had a chin. But then, of course, we also showed home movies on your forehead.
How are you feeling today, Sophia?
My ear hurts.
Ma, you were in a walkathon. Why should your ear hurt?
From talking on the phone last night to hundreds of well-wishers.
Dorothy!
This isn't an ordinary hockey stick. Bobby Howell used this. This is a piece of history.
It's a piece of junk. And the price tag says $4.
$4.50.
I'll take it.
Okay, but listen, before you go, come into the house with me. I'll show you the kind of wood oil that I use.
Honey, we want you to come in off the ledge. We're worried about you.
There's nothing to worry about. I'm not going to jump. That would be crazy.
Oh, thank goodness.
I'm going to fly.
You can't fly.
Mr. Terrific can do anything.
Of course you can, Mr. Terrific. Rose, don't argue with
Each other bloody. It just isn't fair.
But to whom? To the gamblers? Gambling is illegal in this state.
Besides, you're such an underdog, even Betty the Weasel won't give odds. I overheard that at bingo the other night.
This way, everybody wins and nobody gets hurt. Now, what's wrong with that?
We're in the charm of a Cary Grant.
I'm not surprised. The woman drinks grain alcohol out of a measuring cup.
Here's the tea.
This is just hot water.
He committed suicide?
In a manner of speaking, he'd have died whether he'd been here or not.
I'm so glad. Not that he's dead.
I know. I just had to tell you, you had nothing to do with it.
Thank you.
And if he had to die...
Bobby, let's go. The exchange is going down. Move it.
What's going on?
Mr. McDowell, no time to explain. You just get on the floor and stay there. Is that clear? On the floor now.
Might consider a joint therapy session.
Therapy's a wonderful idea. Oh, I remember St. Olaf's most famous psychotherapists. The Freud brothers, Sigmund and Roy. You may have read their bestseller, If I Have All the Cheese I Want.
I'm very proud to win this award. Who would have guessed an old lady with a tin can could raise so much dough?
Well, he has to leave. I'll be right back.
Bye.
Say bye-zy bye.
Bye, darling. You be good now. I'm worried about Blanche. I wish she'd let one of us go with her.
Not me. I hate hospitals. My friend Manny Fishbein went into the hospital a healthy guy. Then...
Hey, the rain is supposed to relax me.
Is it working?
Not really. I keep worrying that I left my car windows down. Oh, Dorothy, I feel so helpless. I get upset every time I think about it.
Now look, Rose, stop whining. You know that you're going to have to spend a little time with your daughter.
That remains to be seen.
Rose, would you excuse us just for a minute?
Sure, I know that tone of voice. Somebody's gonna get.
Ma, I'm going to ask you a question. Just checking. You never know. Tell me, how is Blanche?
She didn't go to work again today.
Oh.
It's been 3 weeks and she just sits in her room. The museum's gonna fire her.
Well, we've tried everything. Golf, the movies, theater, tickets. It was a Nash, Ma.
Now that's a slut. Doggy, I don't know if you noticed, I'm all skin and bones. Oh, I shouldn't say bones. Now, where was...
What do you think?
There's something about her I don't like.
Me too.
I find her hard to talk to.
Me too.
She thinks I'm dumb.
Me too. Good morning.
How was your date last night?
Oh, it's too soon to tell. I'll let you know when I send him home. Is this for Rose's birthday?
Oh, now look, don't you start with me. Every Christmas, every birthday, anytime we have to give a gift to the same person.
What are you here for? What do you want, money?
No, absolutely not. How did you know?
I just got the feeling my yacht son crapped out at his job.
Yachts? I've never heard you say anything bad about Stan in my life.
I don't have to. The whole world makes fun of him. Always has.
And as a symbolic gesture to underscore my concern, I've done something very special tonight. In addition to my sizable donation, I've just dispatched my top aide to one of the many shelters in our community with the jacket I've just purchased. May it provide warmth and comfort to one of our...
But you think it's going to be that easy getting rid of me, Rose? That was rhetorical, Rose. Oh, but what a comforting thought, knowing you'll never be alone.
And listen, what the hell if we do have to go to a nursing home? Let's all go together.
Forgive me, sweetheart. Why don't you just get me a litter box to keep next to my nightstand?
Rose, is that a wedding cake you're making?
Yeah, it's my wedding present to little Joni Winston.
Oh, Joni Winston's getting married. How lovely. I wonder how she'll fix the hair on her ears.
Your head to the size of a mushroom.
Come on, honey, just try it. It doesn't hurt. See?
I know how you feel about animals, and since we're breeding mink for fur, eventually they're going to have to be killed, and I just didn't think you'd go for it.
Do they have to be killed? No, Rose. Many women like wearing coats that urinate.
I understand. I grew up...
Blanche, you want me to drive you to the hospital?
Oh, no.
I'm not sure that it's a good idea for you to drive yourself.
I'm not sure that I'm gonna go.
What do you mean you're not sure you're going?
Oh, I just have some other things I have to do.
But Blanche, if something bad happened to somebody I care about, I'd be...
History professor seeking non-smoking Oriental woman who was into Wesson oil and bears a resemblance to Florence Henderson.
Is that sign Doug?
Yes.
I know him. He's a sick man.
I'm terribly sorry for this mix-up. Goodbye. No, I'm sorry, Mrs. Ferguson. No, I didn't happen to see Ed Sullivan last night, but I'm sure it was a good one. She's ready, God.
hell is you, Fluffy?
Rose is back. Her taxi just pulled up.
Oh, I wonder if she had a great time on that cruise.
She did if she fooled around.
I can't wait to find out.
Oh, come on now, it's none of our business.
I bet she did.
I bet she got cold feet.
Now listen, I want to know just as much as you do, but what happened between her and Arnie is private. If she wants to talk about it...
She's a very vain person, and vanity can be a terrible thing. I should know. I used to be vain myself.
You, Sophia?
What, you think I was born with white hair and a butt like Play-Doh? When I was a teenager, I was gorgeous. Eyes as deep and black.
Very special person. And that's why on all your programs it says that the guest celebrity for tonight's show is Presto! Bob Hope!
Believe it? She's been dancing with him for the last half hour.
Don't let it get to you, pussycat.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
All your whining is lousing up the happiest day of my life.
You don't have my personal identification number, and you'd never guess it in 1,000 years.
Rose, honey, it's right here. You've written it on the card.
Well, that's because I have trouble guessing it, too. A lot of really neat knots.
Dorothy, guess who's here?
My date.
Your husband.
I don't have a husband. Call the police.
Your ex-husband.
I'll call the police.
Hi, everyone. It's me, Stan.
Dorothy. In the future, I would appreciate a little advance notice when you're expecting and then making love in the mud. You went to Woodstock? Well, actually, it was the movie, but afterwards we did go home and make love in the mud.
I guess the 60s were a confusing time for all of us, Glenn.
Oh, gee, I'd forgotten I had these candlesticks. They were Mother's. Oh, they'd be perfect for the uncle.
Sophia, if you knew now what I knew then...
So what?
If you've got something to say, spit it out, Weinstock.
Don't push me or I will.
There, I pushed. Too bad you were on a flight of stairs.
Ma, you're creating a scene. Look, that was a long time ago.
I'm pregnant.
This is going to cost a lot more.
Deal's off, Myron. You better go.
But what about this?
Hush money.
Honestly, Mrs. Petrollo, I don't know how this happened.
Let's see. Did you both drink out of the...
I thought since you looked like Yoda, you were also wise.
Here it is. I needed to know when Blanche's real birthday was so I could throw her a party. So I got copies of her birth certificate, her DM off.
They might also have tentacles on their legs so that they can suck all the blood out of our heads. Oh, I'm sorry, Rose. I'm sorry. Now, part of me is very excited, but part of me is petrified. I cannot relax with this. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to because Major Barker...
But his days are numbered. When the revolution comes, he's the second to be shot.
Who's the first?
Morales, my next-door neighbor who knocked up my sister.
Well, this is dandy. Just dandy. I knew I should never have let you two...
Trust me, Raymond, there is no way Ma is going with us to the Bahamas. I promise. I promise I'll tell her.
I hope you will.
You've been so understanding about Ma. I appreciate it.
It's okay. I respect your being so considerate of your mother.
Thank you.
Have you ever considered having her put a...
You expect me to betray one of my dearest friends, not to mention my own mother, just so that we can win a few extra dollars?
Yes.
Okay, I'll do it.
All right, everyone. We're about to go on the air. Now let's divide up into teams. And remember to jump up. I guess that's just a mother's nature. Well, I'll see you in the morning.
Hey, Blanche, listen, my mom lives in Oregon. You know, I don't get a home-cooked meal too often. It'd be okay if I stop by sometime?
I think that would be great. And now, I don't care. It was a relationship I had in high school with a young man named Benjamin. Now, you have to understand that in those days in the South, a lot of things were still taboo. Certain people were not to mix. So, Benjamin and I had to meet in secret. Oh, we knew if any of the bigots in town found out about us that...
Onward, St. Olaf's, go, 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 go.
Rose, that's a... Honey, it's a very catchy tune, but who wrote those lyrics?
I did. And lyrics aren't even my strong point. I just got lucky that one time.
You're gonna have to get...
I'm just trying to help. You want to help? Be quiet. I'll be quiet. But just don't close your eyes, all right? Don't close your eyes.
Did you find them?
No. Too competitive. You just take all the fun out of it.
Oh, not anymore, Dorothy. Really, believe me, all I care about is that these kids have a really good time.
Well, all right. I mean, if you really mean it, you can count me in.
Oh, great. Oh, with your help, Dorothy, we'll kick their butts. We'll chew them up and spit them up as a cop.
In a dress, without a gun. So basically what you have here is a crossing guard thing.
All right, all you gals are gonna get locked up in a closet. And us boys are going for a little walk.
Wow. Will you overactivity
until I do need them?
Oh, come on. Now, Rose, don't let this bother you. You'll date again.
Of course she will. Honey, have you given any thought to advertising?
Oh, Blanche, I could never dress the way you do. Besides, I have to wear undies. Not all my wool skirts are lined. I can't believe I'm going to meet the President of the United States. Oh, if I say something stupid, I'll die.
Can we make a donation in lieu of flowers?
Dorothy, you're not still planning on saying all those things to the President, are you?
Oh, absolutely. When he comes through that door, I am ready for him. Read my lips.
Robert Goulet, for all I know. It's not important to the story. Anyway, the Rolls Royce moves on, and the girl finds her pepperoni is missing.
What happened to it, Sophia?
Bambi ate it. How should I know? You keep missing the point. The important thing is she has no Pepsi box.
You're not going to eat them, are you?
Oh, no, Rose. We're going to go to some dumb country and try to use them as money.
I thought we were going to divide up work.
That's right. Rose make a fresh pot of coffee. Dorothy get the plates. And I'll just tear into these suckers.
Sit down.
Oh, you look beautiful. How have you been?
Oh, well, I love being pregnant, except for the hormones. Yesterday, I cried when the mail was late.
No, her mail was late.
Can you imagine what she was like when she had hormones?
It's about the look of total instant pleasure. Your father put that look on my face once.
That's nice, Mom.
Nice. I said once. We were married 52 years.
The mail's here.
Oh, Rose, what's wrong?
Oh, nothing. It's just a letter.
There are the Boscos.
Philomena!
Blanche, last weekend you ate so many pudding pops, you could have built the Eiffel Tower from the sticks.
That is not what I meant. I meant everything just hangs on me.
Of course it does. That's why you have to cover it with a dress.
her to the airport so she could catch a plane to be with this guy Miles. He must really be something.
So is Rose.
So, either of you ladies care to dance?
Doug, you left here with another woman. You were going to take her to your place. Now you come back here and ask us if we... I have an announcement to make. I've decided not to make the same mistake twice. I'm sorry.
She turned him down.
Let's be fair. It could have happened to any one of you.
Rose, Lily can't go on like this. You have to do something.
Well, I think you girls are overreacting. I mean, it was just a little grease fire. No harm done.
This time?
Which room's available?
Number 506. The room is 50 and the young lady's 100. And make it quick. I'm not running a hotel here.
Butts! Anyway, we had a terrible fight about her quitting school. She told me to stay out of her life, and she ran off to Paris to become a model. She swore she would never speak to me again, and she hasn't either till today.
Well, that sounds like it's all in the past now.
Oh, I hope so. I have...
Hello.
Well, girls, how'd it go?
Terrible. I can't believe you live 80, 90 years and wind up in a place like Sunny Pastures. I guess...
Ed.
What?
A coroner's investigation proved that Moran staged the whole thing.
He's alive, and he knows that Miles is seeing Rose, and Rose knows me, and they always hold the prettiest one hostage. Oh, if I could just do something to make myself less attractive.
I'm talking tie bibs, babe.
Tie bibs.
Yeah, little bibs that fit over your necktie. You go out to lunch, you don't have to worry about staining your top. It's a perfect gift, a great idea. And the best part was no one else had ever thought.
They ate tentacle.
Any girl who says that and doesn't brush knows what she's saying. You were the only thing that kept me awake in biology class. Yeah, to old friends.
Oh, I wish you weren't leaving tomorrow.
This is hopeless. We're never going to feel well enough to coach that game today.
Oh, I guess we'll have to forfeit. But it's going to break those kids' hearts.
Forfeit? You mean quit? You can't do that, Rose. No member of my family ever quits.
Sophia, I'm not a member of your family.
Pretend, Rose. I'm going
For little Betty is a joy, but she's going to have to trim her mohawk if she wants to play Mary in the Christmas play.
Sounds like you need to unwind.
I think I need to retire.
Look, I know it's late, but could we go for a drink?
Sure, yeah, I'll settle for that.
Time step.
Fine. And...
Oh, honey.
Oh, all right, I'll go. For the sake of the act.
If you really want to do something for the sake of the act, have one of those two left feet made into a right one.
Everybody's your friend.
Oh, Sophia, I don't think it's a good idea to drink in the park.
Hey, I do it once a month with the girls from the Cloud Society.
The Cloud Society?
Yeah, we stake out a bench, knock a few sherries back, and discuss what we think the clouds look like.
But you always took him when you couldn't get a date.
I don't have a date either, Rose. We can hang out together at the sweet table and guess people's weight.
Oh, I have a date, Sophia. It's just not Cousin Arnold.
Good, I never liked your Cousin Arnold.
Do you have a date? Anyone we know?
Isaac?
Excuse me?
Isaac.
Things out.
But there's still time.
I think my time has passed, Rose. 22 years I've been Mr. Terrific. 22 years! I was doing weekend weather forecast when I turned an old blanket into a cape and created Mr. Terrific.
Kolak the puppet. Well, at least we can feel good that we've done the right thing. Mrs. Claxton is in somebody else's hands now.
Well, I'm afraid for the moment she's in mine.
Well?
It seems there was a little mix-up out back, and Mrs. Claxton was cremated by mistake. We never should have hired a high school student.
Mama's jewels. I can never replace them. Oh, I'm just beside myself. And you ought to see the mess they made in there. They fat tore this place apart.
They were probably looking for drugs.
We have Malox and estrogen.
Person.
What do you mean?
That wasn't his sister, that was his wife.
He was married.
I can't.
So I'm Mrs. Schoolteacher. And I'm going to be your friend just for today. Of course, Kolak from Twilar will also be here. Later.
Hans asked me to marry him.
But who? Who could we get? Who?
I told Stan yes.
Did you sign anything? Ma, I guess we have no choice. My baby is having a baby. I can't believe it. Not a dime.
Yes! Well, this is it. My last session with Stan and the psychiatrist. How do I look?
Oh, fine. Why?
It's so hard to dress for a psychiatrist.
Rose, I meant let him get dressed in private.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I'm still in shock. I've never seen Bridget in bed with a man before, except Raggedy Andy. I can't believe it.
Thank you and good night. Well, Ma?
5 minutes and 10 seconds.
Oh, that's a little long. What should I cut?
After hearing that act, your throat.
For once in her life, Dorothy Zbornak is the master of her own destiny. I am woman. Hear me roar.
These are letters he wrote me. They're personal. I wouldn't normally have another person read them, but they explain everything better than I ever could. I'm sorry, Blanche. I know this comes as a surprise.
Look, 19 to 14. I promise our dear saint to the mother on a deathbed I'm going to join the priesthood. On my way to the seminary in Palermo, I stop off in a local trattoria for a glass of Chianti. The waiters bring a drink to the table. It's
really great in front of company.
Hi, girls. What time does Clayton get here?
Oh, any minute now.
Oh, we better put out the welcome mat.
We don't have a welcome mat.
What about the one Dorothy says is at the foot of your bed?
Well, I'm off. I'll be checking in for messages. Take care of the house for me.
Where are you going to go, Blanche?
I'll be staying with my friend Janet. She said I could spend the night there anytime. Or was it her husband Ed who said that?
What are you talking about?
I am giving up the physical side of my life. After what I've been through, I cannot trust myself to climb the heights of passion anymore because I can't be sure of ever getting back again.
I know you have to be concerned about
Now, I've known some real disappointment, too, believe me.
Rose, you're not going to tell us that story about the exploding pig again, are you?
I never told you a story about an exploding pig, Dorothy. It was a peg-legged pig.
Our possum was the one that exploded.
Toys when no one was looking. When I come to pick you up, I figure you're going to say you never want to go to school again. But what do you tell me? You love it. You made a new friend named Debbie.
Mom, what the hell does this have to do? Wait a minute. How did you know what happened? I mean, if the...
Worse than the burns I got working nights as a fry cook to help put you through college. Worse than the time...
All right, Mom. I'll have the surgery. You win. You always win. But you don't play fair.
That's why I always win.
Miserable old...
Blanche, you know the rules. When one of you is out with Fidel, the other one does not interfere.
My apologies. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go take a long, hot, steamy bath with just enough water to...
What are you doing in there? Painting the Sistine Chapel?
Whoa! What's up? You're right. There's an icicle forming on the nose of my bunny slippers. There, that's not so bad.
Get your bunny nose out of my butt. Teensy bit of trouble in your course, and to be frank, passing this course is very important to me, so I was wondering if maybe you could give me a little help.
I see. Well, Blanche, considering that you flunked the midterm, you'll need an A on the final exam to even pass my class, and the odds on that seem pretty slim.
But you see, I have to have these...
And the veal shack never did taste right.
Oh, Aunt Angela, you made that up.
Hey, I'm 80. As long as I keep talking, I know my heart is still beating.
Angela, may I offer you something to eat?
As long as it isn't veal. Well, it's not because of Pee-wee.
Oh, some Oreos? Oh, yeah, and a ho-ho chopped up in a bowl of fruit cocktail with heavy syrup.
Couldn't sleep? I'm surprised you didn't try to kill the mayor of San Francisco.
Good morning, girls. Boy, do I feel...
She had it all together. I wonder whatever happened to her.
She turned into a bitter, lonely lady. Came into a lot of money. At least that's how she was after our divorce.
I had a wonderful time tonight.
So did I.
I'm just sorry. No, I'm just embarrassed about what happened before.
Embarrassed? Well, what for?
For acting so crazy.
Oh, that wasn't crazy?
Yes, we kissed one time, I let it go straight to my head. I've been sitting here trying to understand what made me act that way. Could it be that I'm just nervous?
Family anymore. They all ate some sausages that they shouldn't have at their last family picnic, and they all died.
Food poisoning.
No, they stole the sausage from the Calabrese family. So what are you doing here? Well, I took a vacation to come and see you. Didn't you get my letter?
No, we never.
Hello, how do you do?
Hey, has anyone ever told you you are the spitting image of Miss Dinah Shore?
No. Oh, you're putting me on.
Of course he is. And Daddy, this is Dorothy.
I'm sorry.
Excuse me, Mrs. Bornak.
Yes.
I'm Dr. Stephen Deutsch. I just wanted to let you know that Mr. Zbornak's out of surgery and he's doing fine.
Oh, thank God.
He's in recovery now and he should be out of intensive care within 48 hours. I understand he'll be spending his recovery period with you?
That's right, Doctor.
I would like to introduce you to that extraordinary 9-year-old girl right now, Rose Nyland.
I'm Rose Nyland.
Oh, boy.
I'm the one who wrote the letter.
Oh, boy.
A lot.
Well, then why don't you go to the hospital?
Because when he got sick, it scared the hell out of me.
And you did what you always do. You ran. Blanche, it's time to stop running.
You really think so?
Absolutely.
You're right. I will. Oh, Dorothy, you
Start out talking about Aunt Gretchen the person. She was always a very rigid person.
Especially now. I'm sorry, Rose. I guess that maybe that champagne did relax me.
Oh, my God.
What? Oh my God. Yes, all right.
What is it?
It's Mario's uncle. Mario has run away.
Oh, no. Well, where would he go?
Well, there's only one place I can think of. I'm going to get dressed and go.
Oh, wait a minute. We'll go with you, Dorothy.
No, she wouldn't.
Yes, she would.
No, she wouldn't.
Yes, she would.
How can you be so sure?
I'm a Leo. We're all very sure of ourselves.
Well, it looks like I've got a wedding to go to.
I'm going to a wedding myself. You mind if I walk with you?
Not at all. You know, you're a very wise person. What did you say your name was?
I didn't.
I didn't want to face you after all those things I said.
Honey, I understand.
Well,
I understand why you were so upset.
I'm not really sure you do, Dorothy. You see, I threw myself at Ted, and he just...
Here we are, Sophia, the perfect after-dinner treat. A nice dish of Jell-O.
I hate Jell-O. If God wanted peaches suspended in midair, he would have filled them with helium. What? Beat it, Rose. Oh, thank God this mess is over. I couldn't see a thing through this crap.
Well, I'm all packed and ready to go.
Good, I'll have your lunch done in a minute. That lighthearted laughter, that devil-may-care attitude.
Sophia, when was Dorothy ever like that?
Never. I've been asking her these questions since she's 12.
Dorothy, you can't help it if you're dull and boring. God did that to give the world some variety. Otherwise, everybody'd be just like me.
Ma, I can't believe you lied to me.
Oh, come off it, Dorothy. I've been lying to you all your life. Did you ever get that yellow pony I promised you when you were 6?
You're not taking this accident very seriously.
No one was hurt. Besides, it was the other guy's fault. I have a witness.
Your witness is Mr. Pignoli. He's legally blind.
He'll say what I tell him.
Yes.
Did I complain when she ruined your sweater when she washed it in the ditch out back?
She ruined my sweater?
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said anything.
Come on, Ma, she's not going to be here that much longer. I mean, I wish you'd try to be patient. She's out with Blanche right now, looking at another place.
And how many places has she seen in the past 3 weeks? Broke her hip, fell through the shower doors, hit her head against the sink, got a concussion, and swallowed her dentures. To hear her complaining, you think no one else had problems. I took some of her cookies. You hungry?
No, I'm too upset to eat.
Honey, they're doing everything they can.
Oh,
Oh, Dorothy, what crossword puzzle are you doing?
Sunday, New York Times. In ink.
Matter of fact, they could never figure out.
I'm feeling better. I think I'll go check the stand. The big beach festival is this weekend. We have to be open for that. If we don't make some money, we'll lose our lease.
Max, it is out of the question.
She's right. We're too sick. The dream is in. You know, Dorothy, I think we're missing a whole box of slides. They must be in the suitcase in the closet.
Well, I'll take a look. Mom, where are you going?
I can't stand it anymore. Your life is supposed to flash before your eyes.
Blanche.
Well, you hurt me with what you said. Oh, Dorothy, let me get you somebody hot off my A-list. Somebody tall, good-looking, goes with everything.
Doug?
How about an ex-race car driver, speaks 5 languages, has 3 car dealerships, has a slight limp so he can only dance in a circle, but that works.
Well, that's me. I have to run.
Mom, what took you so long? All they did was draw a little blood.
At my age, that's like wildcat drilling for oil.
Ma, when are you going to get the wine?
Welcome, baby!
Hi, Dorothy. Max, put the paintbrush down a minute. Taste this pizza. I want an absolutely honest opinion.
I'm dying.
Yeah?
It's gorgeous.
Yeah?
Perfection, like velvet in my mouth. A masterpiece.
I'll take you to a hotel. It just cheapens it. I guess we're doomed.
Let's talk inside. The thing is, I've never done this before. Bring someone home.
I understand.
On the Home Shopping Network.
But Dorothy, you do have to admit, it was very touching what Rocco did for...
Oh my God, Rose! Rose! Rose, help! Oh, help! Wait, Rose!
Don't get over there. No, come over here. Stand back, brother.
What was it?
Brother, just calm down. It's all right, it's all right, it's all right. Oh, she's putting it out. There we go.
You let a plumber get away?
We don't need him.
Like hell! I'm going after him.
Come on, Dorothy, let's move this little beauty.
Okay.
Oh, wait. No, honey, she won't budge. Oh, Rose, I don't think we're going to be... Was the motive all right, but Blanche wasn't the murderer. There's your murderer, Posey McGlynn.
Well, Miss McGlynn, what do you have to say now?
Dorothy Spornak, you've stuck your nose in for the last time.
Posey McGlynn, I charge you with...
Day-old Danish.
12-hour days in a steamy hash joint serving chili to a bunch of grubby truckers?
Oh, come on, Blanche. I mean, she's working at the Fountain Rock. It's not Mel's Diner. I mean, the worst that can happen is she'll get scratched by a pinky ring.
Then came the moment of truth. There was a man. He asked me to sleep with him. I said no. But I knew something greater than my willpower was necessary for me to resist him, so I called my sister.
Did she help talk you through it?
Oh, better than that. She drove straight up.
They love, they hate, they eat. They dream, they hope, they eat. Every time you turn around, they eat.
Sophia, are those 4 women us?
Look in the mirror, blubberbutt. The point I'm trying to make is, what's going on here is living. Just because you...
I had presents, but I never had a clown. Not until I was much older. Yeah, but that's another story.
My parents always made each of us feel like we were the favorite. They loved all 9 of us equally. We used to have the best Christmas Eves. Daddy'd sit at Grandma's old player.
You know how relieved I was to find out the roof was leaking.
Oh, hi, Rose. Hey, the ceiling in your room leaking too?
No, Dorothy, I just finished milking the cow I keep in my closet. Gee, with only 3 hours sleep, I can be as bitchy as you.
Come on, girls.
Excuse me, sir, but I died yesterday, and it occurs to me I never experienced Southern food. So send a possum to room 7, and tell my daughter it's chicken. And Grammy's win. With this heat wave we're having, he's got them stacked up like firewood in all 4 locations.
Hi, girls. Hi. Is she here yet?
Who, Rose?
My sister. I left you a note on your bathroom mirror.
Why did you leave a note on my bathroom mirror?
Because it was the only one that had enough steam.
Just afraid of starting all over at my age. My daughter's checking me into a lovely retirement home called Shady Pines.
That's great. Come on out to the Lanai and I'll give you the lowdown on Shady Pines. You know, who does what for cigarettes?
It's true, it's true. Elementary school was a nightmare. I was afraid to talk in class.
Why?
Well, I had a slight speech impediment. I mean, it's different for kids these days. You know, they have Barbara Walters to look up to.
I don't feel that bad.
Shut up, Ruth. Look, I never said I was going.
Well, since when do we have to say we're going? We've gone for the past 5 years. Sure, we may hate it, but we always go. You never told me you hated it. That's because I'm a good friend, and a good friend would never say anything like that.
I appreciate that, Blanche.
Look, why don't you just...
Here's a good idea, Blanche. If you really want to be safe, why don't you let us come with you?
Okay, you can all come, but you have to promise me you won't do anything to embarrass me.
I promise.
Oh, I promise. I'll try, but if they serve me cauliflower, it's in God's hands.
You expect me to betray one of my dearest friends, not to mention my own mother, just so that we can win a few extra dollars?
Yes.
Okay, I'll do it.
All right, everyone. We're about to go on the air. Now let's divide up into teams. And remember to jump up.
I've got to make my peace, and I need some peace to do it.
I'll be quiet.
Thank you.
Here are your beads, Ma. I found them in a can of peanut brittle.
Of course, that's where I keep them.
The paramedics.
Do I have lipstick on my teeth?
From the Elvis Presley fan club. Oh, my hands are shaking. Dorothy, you read it.
Dear Rosen Island, your application to start an unauthorized chapter of the Elvis Presley Hunka Hunka Burning Love fan club in your neighborhood and or trailer park has been accepted.
This is the happiest, most fulfilling day of my life.
सवारी मारे भाया जयंती मारे भाया सवारी मारे भाया कोहरा गड़ा गाना होऊच बाहेर चिरणे मशी झुकाऊच 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 यह गलिये भय मन भी बोर छाया मधन्य बिताऊच हरी यारी सवारी सवारी मारे भाया जयंती मारे भाया सवारी मारे भाया सारी लोक झुरर झंडा भाया रोज भड़कर देह
you.